Welcome back, YouTube viewers, to the 2009 Cleveland Browns Bash. I'm your host, AJ, here with the Week 11 edition of the show. Now, this show is going to represent Weeks 11 and 12, because next week is Thanksgiving week, and I'm going to be out of town. So, I'm going to talk about the Lions and the Bengals games that the Browns have coming up here in the next 2 weeks. And first off, though, last week, Week 10, on Monday night against the Baltimore Ravens, we were absolutely humiliated, as I and most of us knew would happen. 16-0 was the final. The Ravens scored 2 touchdowns. We did shut them out through the first half. The defense did not look bad, but our offense, Brady Quinn threw an interception that got returned for a touchdown, and that and another touchdown both occurred. The other was a Ray Rice touchdown. They occurred within 17 seconds of each other in the third quarter, and the Ravens, well, they actually missed one of the extra points, but they also kicked a field goal in the third quarter and won 16-0. That was the final. What is there to say? They lead the all-time series now against the Browns 15-7, and just 1-8 is our record now, and very, very disappointing. And this week now we travel to Detroit to play the Lions in a toilet bowl of epic proportions. We're both 1-8 along the Buccaneers and Rams. We are the 4 lowest teams in the league record-wise, all battling for that #1 draft pick. And I really don't know what to say about this game. The Lions lead the all-time series against the Browns 16-5. But as far as the game itself, both teams just suck. But you know what? The Lions have, in my opinion, looked better than the Browns this year. We just look so horrible. And it's one of those games where I think both teams are bad, and I think that either one of them could come out with the win, but I'm going to pick the Lions, and I'm going to say by 1 because it's just such a... I think they actually had the potential to beat us by more than that, but I'm just going to pick them outright and just have the spread at 1. So I'm picking the Lions. Now, in Week 12, next week when I'm not going to be here, we travel to Cincinnati to play Game 2 against the Bengals of the season series, and the Bengals lead the all-time series against the Browns 37-35 now, which it's been a pretty close and competitive all-time series. Now, when I look at this game and I look at the situation, the Bengals right now are on top of the AFC North. I don't know what's going to happen this week. They're up by only 1 game. They're 7-2. Steelers are 6-3, and next week they might be tied with the Steelers. Who knows? But what I think about when I see this game, with the Browns being on the bottom of the division and having no chance, I think of 2007, when the Browns could clinch a playoff berth in that Week 16 game against the Bengals, and they beat us 19-14. Derek Anderson threw 5 interceptions. That game was misery watching it. It was so frustrating, and you all know. I mean, us Browns fans, we were so close, and that was such... It felt like a great season. Looking back on it near the end, the last 6 weeks, we really did struggle. But I mean, at the time, it seemed like we had such a good shot, and we did to make the playoffs. And I look now to this week, and we can be the Bengals of 2007. We can spoil their season potentially, at least spoil them winning the division. Who knows? What's going to happen? Because it's Week 12 is earlier than Week 16, which is when they played us back in 07. But it makes me just want to get some guts and just pick the Browns in this game, just as a complete homer, because when you're a team like this, you're dangerous because you never know when you're going to have a good game, just because you suck and you're never good. So when you have a good game, you shock somebody. And I think we have the potential to shock the Bengals, even though it's a division game and they're going to be ready for us. I'm going to pick the Browns in Week 12 by 1 point. I'm picking Detroit over the Browns this week for Week 11 by 1 point. But next week, in Week 12, I'm picking the Browns over the Bengals by 1 in a super upset pick of the season. Crazy of me, I know. But like I said, I just think of that 07 game, and it would be so sweet to be the Bengals of 07 this year, though, and beat them. Especially in Cincinnati. That would be very, very fun. So go Browns as usual, and I'll be cheering for them. I'm just, we all know the season's over, and it's just time to sit back and watch the suckiness continue to unfold, I guess. But hopefully, we'll get a couple wins. I mean, I don't know. I say hopefully, but I say it every week. Hopefully we'll finish 1-15 and get the top draft pick. How about that? I'll change my stance. Not really. Go Browns. I'm your host, AJ. This is the 2009 Cleveland Browns Bash, Week 11 and 12 edition of the show. Go Browns, go Browns, go Browns. I'll never stop saying it, no matter how much we totally suck. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.